Hi, boys and girls. Tonight, I'm going to read you a book called The Legend of Spooky the Square Pumpkin. Halloween was just a day away when a mighty storm blew across the bay. It tossed the round pumpkins to and fro. It snapped their vines, then off they'd go. Bouncing left, slamming right, banging, bashing, what a sight. Spooky sat there filled with fright, but glad to be square that night. Suddenly, the fence gave away. 3 pumpkins rolled out and into the bay. He stopped right in the gap where the fence had snapped. He blocked the way, the hole was capped. All of the pumpkins shouted, hooray! Spooky the Square Pumpkin had saved the day. Then a pumpkin hit him with a whack. He thought his shell would start to crack. Then another one hit him with a thump, and another one with a smack. Then one by one, a ton of pumpkins piled on the stack, with a bang and a bash and a crunch and a crash, and then it all went black. At dawn, when the storm had stopped, the farmer came out and checked his crop. He picked his pumpkins up one by one and laid them out in the warm, dry sun. And when the last was moved away, the farmer could see what had saved the day. An odd-shaped pumpkin, short and dense, was wedged against the broken fence. Its shell was bruised, its stem was too, but there was brave little Spookly, staring straight, sitting strong and true. Right then and there, the farmer knew, of all the seeds he'd ever sown, Spooklys were the most special that had ever grown. And the next year, what? It was time to sow. He sowed 3 seeds in every row. He watered and weeded and watched them grow. And, oh, the morning about mid-June, when the pumpkin patch began to bloom, there were tiny pumpkins everywhere, hundreds of hundreds, most of them square. But some were cubes and some were rectangular. Some were flat and others triangular. There was a bed of bright red ones and 2 rows of blue. There were polka dot pumpkins and rainbow ones too. There were thousands of colors and hundreds of shapes. Oh, what a garden variety makes. Now every year on Halloween, Spookly's patch is quite a scene. People come from far and near to see what wonders grew that year. They stop, they gawk, they gaze, they stare. Then they pick a pumpkin that's round, triangular, or perfectly square. Now you know the story of how Spookly grew. Maybe someday you'll tell someone too. And they'll go tell someone who will go tell another. And maybe one day we will all discover you can't judge a book or a pumpkin by its cover. The end. Have a good night.